What makes someone that girl? You know, the one who walks into the room and suddenly the air shifts, heads turn, energy rises. It's not just about beauty or fame. It's about presence. It's about knowing who you are and daring the world to see it too. But what if I told you that becoming the it person isn't about adding more? It's about uncovering what's already there. Enters Eve, the Philly-born rapper with the paw print tattoo, razor-sharp bars, and a glow-up journey that deserves its own movie. From rough beginnings and gritty rhymes to high fashion global acclaim, Eve didn't wait for permission to become that girl. She declared it in full volume, and nowhere is that more clear than in her iconic anthem, Who's That Girl? Today on Melodic Minds, we're unpacking the psychological, spiritual, and artistic journey of what it takes to become the it person, using Eve's evolution as our masterclass. Eve's early career wasn't polished. It was raw, real, and unapologetically street. She came up as part of the Rough Riders crew, a space dominated by male energy, hard beats, and survival-based storytelling. But even in the shadows of giants, Eve stood out. Not because she was loud, but because she was authentic. And that's the first secret to becoming the it person. You must first accept where you come from without letting it limit where you're going. Many people get stuck playing outdated versions of themselves, but Eve understood something essential. Reinvention is not betrayal, it's evolution. When she shifted from the hardcore streetwear and snarling delivery to slaying in gowns and acting in Hollywood films, she didn't lose herself, she expanded. To glow up is to grow up. To become the it person is to allow yourself to take up space in new rooms, even if they look nothing like the ones you came from. When Eve dropped Who's That Girl in 2001, it wasn't just a song, it was a statement. She wasn't asking, she was announcing. That song was a declaration of presence. It said, I am here, I'm different, I'm undeniable. And that's what it takes to become the it person. You have to stop shrinking to make others comfortable, and instead, embrace your own magnetism. There's psychology behind that kind of power. When you self-identify as someone worth noticing, your mind starts seeking evidence to support it. That's called confirmation bias, and it works both ways. If you walk into a space telling yourself you don't belong, you'll subconsciously shrink. But if you walk in knowing you're that girl, you'll carry yourself like it, and the world adjusts. Eve didn't become the it girl by conforming. She became her by amplifying her uniqueness. From her blonde buzz cut to her fearless femininity, she embodied contrast. She was feminine but ferocious, elegant but edgy, poised but powerful. That's a blueprint, not to copy her, but to embrace the contradictions within yourself. That's where charisma lives. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Before you can become the it person on the outside, you have to stop being invisible to yourself on the inside. That means confronting the voice in your head that tells you you're not enough, not ready, or too much. That inner critic is often just an echo of past environments, but Eve didn't let those echoes drown her out. She talks about struggling with self-worth and industry pressure. She's been open about therapy, healing, and learning how to love herself beyond her achievements. That's real work, and it's the kind of work every glow-up requires. Becoming the it girl isn't just a physical transformation, it's an identity reset. It's choosing every day to show up as the person you're becoming, not the person the world expects. Eve knew her power, but more importantly, she chose to believe in it. Even when it was inconvenient. That's self-trust, that's inner royalty, and that is what radiates through everything you do when you're becoming the it person. Eve is a master of duality. She rapped about street life but hosted daytime talk shows. She rocked Timbs but married a British entrepreneur. She tattooed paw prints on her chest yet strutted across Fashion Week runways in Chanel. That's not contradiction, that's range. And to truly become that girl, you have to make peace with your layers. People will try to box you in, label you as either hood or classy, too smart or too pretty, too loud or too soft. But Eve has proved that you can be all of it. Becoming an it person means no longer choosing between your different identities. You integrate them. Your depth becomes your draw. Your multiplicity becomes your magic. Psychologically, this is about self-actualization, reaching a point where you no longer need to dilute yourself to be accepted. Eve didn't let stereotypes confine her. She shattered them, and in doing so, she gave others permission to do the same. So what does all this mean for you? How do you become the it person in your own life? You own your story, even the messy parts. You stop waiting for a crowd to clap before you show up fully. You let your past inform you but not define you. You wear your voice like a crown and your individuality like armor. You decide that you are the moment, not because someone says so, but because you say so. Eve's glow up teaches us that becoming an it person isn't about being perfect. It's about being true. It's about commanding energy with intention, about being so rooted in who you are that others can't help but take notice. Who's that girl is not a question. It's an announcement. It's a declaration of identity, and it's time you made one for yourself. Because the truth is, you've always been that girl. You've just been waiting on your own permission to step into her. This is your sign. The glow up doesn't begin with a new outfit or a new job. It begins with a new belief. You are worth being seen. Thank you for tuning into Melodic Minds, where music meets meaning and confidence becomes culture. If this episode sparked something in you, drop a comment below, share it with a friend who's on their own glow up journey, and remember, you are not looking for the moment. You are the moment.